sports. It's in the game.
I think you're saying loading cleats. Breaking that cuddle. Are you kidding me?
Big numbers. Whole team kinda disappear.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. This town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Denver Broncos taking on another team from the AFC, the Pittsburgh Steelers. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way home for a Bronco score. With a first touchdown of this. Super Bowl, and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
So, kick returner. I'm not challenging that crap. I'm on kick return, dumbs. Are you fucking that dumb? This is such a ass. Punter, kick returner. Wait, where's their speed? 92. His overall is... Ah, crap, I mean crap.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 13.
Watch a slant. Watch a smooth.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 36 yards on the play.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked.
44.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 51 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. To throw again is Roethlisberger. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So why go for that there? First half, you could have tied the game at 7. Why try to get the lead?
Feels like an analytics call, doesn't it? That's starting to really get into the game where they're studying where you can make extra points and the whole deal and get an advantage. But I don't know that we have enough data yet to really say this is the right play or the wrong play.
Wait, what can I...
Maybe in 2 or 3 more NFL seasons. Exactly. 2 or 3 more NFL seasons, I think we'll have a much better study and much better case of what we're going to do.
And now back out comes the offense. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. First carry for Royce Freeman. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's Flacco. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. A red zone first down for Flacco. It's caught by Sanders. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Broncos push further out in front.
I was gonna freaking free.
Total 8 plays. And it was capped off with a Phillip Lindsey touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now running right through it. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field.
Foul.
I'm not sure what this is about.
Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because he had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
When I was in school, math was not my strong suit, but I did learn enough to know how to play cover 3. 2 corners and a safety divide up the field in thirds. On this play, the corner didn't get fooled by anything in front of him. Kept his coverage all the way down the sideline in the deep third position and makes the interception.
That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. On 2nd and 15 now. Flacco will get this to Phillip Lindsey, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsey with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability.
Dumb.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good as that is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's see if he's hurt real quick. Because, god darn, he sure does need to go to the freaking hospital. Oh, that's a surprise. God darn. sure does. He get to the hospital. Bang.
Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive if you can even...
Sounds like butthole.
Call it a drive, one play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But
that ain't no flag on me. I don't even know what the frick I just got there and did. Like, if you switch teams, you'll not be able to turn it. I ain't switching no goddamn teams. Stupid.
Still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 43 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Black 20.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Roethlisberger. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, two.
On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington there to make the grab. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film. Do you see something on film when those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there.
Hey, man.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Flacco will come to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Flacco on the give to Lindsey. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And down inside the 15 he goes. The Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Sanders has got it complete.
Oh, come on, kid. What the crap?
Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
What the hell is that?
Menu narration option is set to off.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
That is face mask all the way. What?
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call.
Defense.
Oh, God. This one should have
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
I guess I'm trying to go flag it.
Hatchet. Jack 16. 25.
Check 25. Check 25.
Double.
I don't even know what the fuck I just did. Okay, what? You got good flag.
From the gun, a give to counter. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. A reminder coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Zach Gentry there to make the grab as they are able to cut into that lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big... Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Nowhere to pass off anyway.
I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but still back to reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Flacco. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Flacco now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Flacco now 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. 3 touchdown passes now for Joe Flacco. And the Broncos push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. McManus's point after is good. The decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. He'll try to generate some more steam on offense down to the scoreboard second quarter. Not necessarily his fault, but he's always a guy they want to get extra involved.
Keep finding.
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald. As the first half is winding down, and the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
Out there to start their next drive, Phillip Lindsay and the Broncos. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they're bringing him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. So we've reached halftime. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. What a spin. And then he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach,
he's got a man complete. And they finally get him down to the other 46. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. And even 40 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I absolutely love that play call there. They just came off of a big play. They've got momentum in their direction, and they come back and take the shot at the end zone, just unable to complete it. I love their aggressiveness.
And you feel like the defense, a sigh of relief, could have been back-to-back really big plays. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And off the deflection, it's caught. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now that's a defensive coordinator's nightmare right there. You're covering everyone. and the guy's not even the intended receiver ends up making the play.
Right place, right time, I guess.
When that ball's tipped up in the air like that, you've got to go up and get it. Offense and defense, and in this case, the offense ended up grabbing it.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Broncos will take over on downs. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So the ref makes the call. No touchdown there. Wipe it off the board.
Idiot.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. He'll take this one up to about the 13. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. And certainly a valuable tool to have in your kit, Emmanuel Sanders, and he's shown us quite a bit in this one.
And that's why they wanted to use him immediately. You know they come out of the locker room saying, let's get the ball to him, get our offense jump-started, and in this case, it's worked throughout the game. Thus, they have the lead.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Flacco on target to his tight end back. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about. Good job, my
dudes. Really
dudes.
difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right?
Go.
Tackles. I mean, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are coming up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
The knee hit, probably. So it sounds like. This game sucks.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5.
I gotta see something.
Good enough for the 1st down.
Wait, what kind of...
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Flacco from the gun. Sanders has it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you take it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Broncos capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. that doesn't happen, it looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
I'm not staying where I need to stay.
Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way, and he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers made a move.
What?
So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go, boy. All right, now. Black 20. Snickers. 66. Run it. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Black, what's that? Black, inside.
Roethlisberger will throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 35. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Will Parks there in coverage to knock it away.
44. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Black, what's that?
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 27.
Okay, Juju.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball in. And you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance. And he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger.
That's a fumble.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf.
God.
Incomplete. So they've gone gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Let's go.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down.
Get him, boys! Get him, boys!
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll run here with Lindsey. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Shedding the tackle. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. Another run by Lindsey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand.
That is a
Who
straight
cares?
up
Let's get out of here.
fumble.
Do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. And even 50 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. Ben to throw again. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
They're back since they can catch the ball.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And the Lombardi Trophy goes west, and it goes to the Denver Broncos, your Super Bowl
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot, hey. Man, can't ball like this, man, Lord. Past the pig skin, when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me, cause her blame, she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God. Big numbers, big numbers. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team got big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team count, that's a big number.
Okay, well, this scrap's not gonna work probably, so. I don't even know what I'm freaking trying to get.
Who's it gonna be? Okay, okay.
But first, let's see. Because it's usually
Big decision, no pressure.
football. That's what I need. Okay, let's use my one, so I guess we can make that. Yeah, did I not have that? Yeah, as I figured. Okay, guys, I was on Snapchat. Cannot continue using the application. I don't know why it's doing this crap. Gosh. I'm gonna name the video the same exact thing.